Welcome back to the Geek Gospel. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Whew, we are almost through the week. And to be honest, I was about to not come on here. There's not too much. There's some stuff in the news, but to be honest, it's hard coming on this every day, starting a community, putting yourself out there on camera. Like, I'm a millennial. I didn't grow up with the social media stuff, until later. But, even with the TikTok and the YouTube show and everything, it's a lot to keep up. But I think what keeps me going is you guys, hoping that there are people out there that love the same stuff that I do, the same stuff that Chris does, and is interested in hearing about these things or doing a trailer watch along with us, even if it's not live. And so I sometimes, get to the point where I'm like, should I record? Should I not? And yeah, I guess what keeps me going is knowing that there is a community out there that loves the same stuff that we do, and that if it hits one person some kind of way, then it's worth it. And I love doing it. And I hope you guys can continue to be a part of the community and comment, like, subscribe. We're not doing this for clicks. We're doing this because this is the stuff that we love to geek out about. And so I hope that you guys can join us on the journey. And yeah, it's hard to get in the driver's seat, look up the articles, put everything in, all the pictures, all the articles, all the quotes, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's fun because we get to geek out with you guys and we get to geek out about the stuff that we love. And so that's why I'm here. That's why I jumped on today, even though there's not a lot of stuff, but there is still some fun stuff to get into. So that's my little spiel, but we got some fun stuff. We got Fantastic Four First Steps dropped their trailer to announce tickets are on sale now. We're going to take a look at Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell's A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey trailer that dropped yesterday. And we're also going to get into the early box office tracking for James Gunn's Superman, which seems like they think it's going to be the biggest DCU opening of all time. And one could hope, because what's good for one superhero movie is great for another, with Fantastic Four coming out 2 weeks after. So we got some fun stuff to get into. Before we get into that, I do want to mention I've been watching a show on FX called Adults. This isn't a show that I thought I would like. It is a Gen Z, every, 5 friends living in a house, everyone, their own different personalities. And I love it. I absolutely love it. My wife and I, we watched all 8 episodes. All 8 episodes dropped on Hulu, and I believe it is coming out weekly on FX. Nick Kroll produces it. It is fantastic. Very easy watch, very lovable characters, very much in the vein of Friends. And my wife and I were wondering, what was the Friends for millennials? It was Friends. But there was no Friends for Gen Z love Friends. I'm not saying that. But where's their Friends? Where's their, seeing them, their stories? And so I'm not a Gen Z. I'm a millennial. But I've seen a lot of the discourse online, and it's overwhelmingly positive. So I can't highly recommend it enough. Adults on FX. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So, as I said before, we are in June. We are coming so close to James Gunn's Superman, the real view of what this new DCU is going to look like. Of course, we got it a little bit with Creature Commandos, but this is really their coming out party. This is really to show what James Gunn and Peter Safran have to offer in this world. And David Cornsweet filling in the boots for the previous Henry Cavill's Superman. So there's a lot riding on this, and people are wondering, how well is this bad boy going to do in theaters? Well, seems like they think it's going to do pretty well. This comes to us from Screen Rant. Box office tracking for Superman's opening weekend predicts that the film could be a huge hit for DC Studios and Warner Brothers at large. Per Box Office Theory, its opening debut will likely fall in the 154 to 175 million category. Oh my goodness. Of course, when we say this, it means domestically. This would place it among the largest first weekend grosses of 2025. The budget for the film has not been reported, therefore, its break-even point can't be calculated. However, as we know, Superman is the primary major studio release slated for July 11th, 2025. Notably, Jurassic World Rebirth will come out July 2nd, the week before, so there will be another potential blockbuster in theaters. Moreover, 2 weeks after, as previously stated, the Fantastic Four comes out. This potentially sets the stage for a DCU versus Marvel showdown. Aside from the competition, the movie may face another clarifying figure is the respective opening weekend earnings of the past DC films. While Superman is in a different continuity, these numbers gauge public interest. In the last 15 years, the highest domestic opening weekend for a movie featuring Superman was Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice with 166 million. The lowest, excluding those he only cameoed in, was Justice League with 93.8 million. Both of those films featured co-headlining or assembled cast members, so a more apt comparison would be Man of Steel's opening domestic haul, which was 116.6 million. In my opinion, one of the most underrated superhero movies of all time. Shout out our boy Henry Cavill, the Cavalrine. Given these early projections, Superman could outpace Man of Steel right out the gate. Though the aforementioned figures are not adjusted for inflation, the projections for Superman's domestic opening set it up to surpass its recent DC predecessors. Granted that these are theoretical, they should be not taken at face value. That said, the buzz around Superman is strong, with its first teaser racking up 250 million views across all platforms. If that momentum is maintained during its release cycle, the DCU film could wind up being massively successful. Moreover, its competition is not necessarily steep for those first 2 weeks, and word of mouth could set it up for further profitability, provided it is reviewed positively. So there you have it. The early box office forecast, 154 to 175. That is insane. We just talked about Lilo and Stitch being the hottest, biggest Memorial Day opening. I think that was around 175 too. Let's see. Let's check it out. You guys are going to help me do some online research. What was Lilo and Stitch's domestic box office opening? Let's check it out. 182.6 million. Of course, that was over the 4-day Memorial weekend. Wow. That is huge to start a franchise, because as we know, DCEU is no longer, and this is the beginning of the DCU. Not to get confused. That is huge for them. That is everything that they could hope for and more. And so I think I'm just excited to see the film. Yes, numbers are good for the studio. A good film is also good for the studio and for us fans. If the movie is good, then word of mouth will be good. Then even if it doesn't make this $1 billion film, word of mouth for the DCU is good. Word of mouth carrying into DCU's Supergirl, Peacemaker, among other movies that they will announce. Green Lantern is going to be on, or the Lanterns, whatever, is going to be on HBO. it bodes well more to be a great movie than a huge box office movie. Yes, the two are not exclusive, as we saw with Thunderbolts, my boys. That bad boy topped out at 360, I think, which was, I think, the opening weekend globally for Lilo and Stitch. Ugh. Which sucks because Thunderbolts is a fantastic movie, but the word of mouth was good for it. And people seem to be more excited for what's to come, i.e., Fantastic Four, which we're going to get into in a second. So I think this is interesting, to say the least, that they are giving this such high hopes, tracking upwards of 175 million domestic. That's crazy. If it does that, this bad boy is going to be a hit, a bona fide hit. I cannot wait to buy my tickets. However, moving on, and please let me know what you think. Do you think that this is accurate, that this could get up to 175 opening weekend? Do you think that Jurassic Park is going to hinder these numbers and it's going to be kind of hard for them, especially with, well, that doesn't matter, but with Fantastic Four coming out Jurassic coming out right before? Do you think that it's more important to just be a good film than a big blockbuster hit? Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. As I was making that transition, I was saying, after Superman drops, 2 weeks later, we have our new family from the MCU, the Fantastic Four. And today, tickets have gone on sale. I bought my tickets. My wife and I are ready to go. Opening night, we're going to see it Regal. What is it? Not Screen X. I forgot what their IMAX is. Screen X, I think, is the one with, like, it comes on the sides. I don't know. Regal's a close theater to us, and there's parking. And in San Francisco, it's rare to get parking. So we're going there. Opening night. I can't wait to see it. Got the tickets. And we got a trailer to announce that tickets are on sale. So I want to kick it with you guys and watch this trailer because I think it's cute and I think it gets me a little bit more excited. So let's check it out. Okay, guys? So bum, 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 bum. Let's go.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. Whatever life throws at us.
Some epic scenes. Does it equate to a great movie?
Together.
Putting Franklin Richards on front screen now.
As a family.
Oh, man. Michael Giacchino cooked with that song.
The four of us will face the danger. And we will protect you.
Is this guy good? Is it clobbering time? Oh, yeah.
I finally knocked it off the list.
List.
The new spacesuits.
Oh. I take back every single bad thing I've been saying about you. And to myself. In private.
On sale now. So we get to see not only that, but some brand new posters. What I feel from this trailer, this movie is solely going to rely on these four actors right here crushing their roles. One, that end scene with Reed and Johnny, I love that scene. What it shows me is that Pedro is playing Reed Richards as very, like, straightforward, serious, intelligent, nerdy guy. And I haven't really seen Pedro do that before. What it is telling me is I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with Pedro's take on Reed Richards. And I think this is also showing us, like I said, this is solely going to rely on these interpersonal relationships, and it's going to rest on the shoulders of these 4 great actors: Eben, Vanessa, Pedro, and oh my God, I almost got all 4. What is wrong with me? Oh, what is wrong with me? I just want to say Johnny. But it's going to rely on these guys crushing it in their respective roles. And so if it's that alone, I think we're in for a really good treat. Joseph Quinn, sorry, sir. Salute to you for some reason. I don't know why I'm awkward. And so we got a slew of posters. We got this bad boy. I love this one. The Screen X poster. And on top of that, I wanted to show you guys some popcorn buckets. That's right, baby. We got popcorn buckets, of course. They're promoting this thing like a mother. All right, you ready? Here's the first one. I'll say the best one for last. We have Herbie, the concession vessel. This bad boy is going to fly off the shelves. But what I really am excited about, and I'm not a big popcorn bucket guy because 1, I don't have a lot of room to put it. And 2, my wife is going to be like, we don't got a lot of room to put it. So we're going to find some room for apparently the biggest popcorn bucket of all time. Galactus's head. This thing is wild. It is huge. They showed the measurements. I don't think I have it on this poster, but they are promoting this as the biggest popcorn bucket of all time. This bad boy is epic. I want this on my bookshelf like nobody's business. And when I get The Office back in there, you guys will see it in the background, or it might be too big, or it might look like Galactus is about to squash me. So we'll find out. But we got tickets on sale. We got the announcement of popcorn buckets. We got new posters. If this doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. So I, for one, am super excited. Like I told you guys, got the tickets ready to go. And now it's just a wait and see game. I mean, we have been waiting a long time, and now we are hot on the heels, probably just a month and a half to Fantastic Four First Steps. And I can't be more excited. I want to go in this with open opinion. I don't want to be bogged down by what's come before, what's going on with Marvel in the past few years, sans a few great films, I think, but overall not so strong. I want to go into this. This is a new Fantastic Four movie, and I'm excited, and leave everything at the door. I suggest you guys do the same. I know it might not be easy for you. These characters hit everyone differently. I mean, some people watching, they've grown up with these characters, whether it's the original comics, whether it's the animated series in the 80s, which also Johnny Storm has a epic rap song that sounds like Far Side. If you guys haven't checked that out, search Human Torch Far Side rap song on YouTube. You will see a very epic rap by Johnny Storm for Sue and Reed's wedding. It is kind of epic. But everyone has had their moment, even with, the Chris Evans Fantastic Four movies. I grew up with those, seeing those in the theaters, and whether, I loved it or not, that was the comic book movies that I grew up with, that were in the theaters, that were big at the time, especially the first one. I really enjoyed the first one at the time. I think Tim Story did a lot of good things in that. The second one, it's hard for me to watch. I've seen some epic clips of Silver Surfer with the second one that make it look like it's a great movie, but then as I watch it, I'm reminded this is not a good movie. But that's not to say that it doesn't resonate with one of you guys. Maybe you love Rise of the Silver Surfer, and that is awesome. And you should shoot a comment down below and tell me, why do you love it, so I can have my mind open. But let's go into it with open mind. Let's get excited, because our Fantastic Four is coming hot, and I cannot wait. Okay, guys. We don't have a lot of stuff today. I told you that. I warned you. But I do want to watch a trailer with you because I did not get to see it. And I think this sounds amazing. So this trailer is Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell's big, bold, beautiful journey. We heard rumblings. We heard there's a big bidding war in the circuit of, why can't I think right now, Cannes and what have you. And so we knew this was Kogonada's bigger movie compared to After Yang, Columbus, his show Pachinko that he helped direct. He did an episode of Alkalite, RIP. But it seemed like this was like his big movie, getting Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell, who's hot off of awards recognition with Penguin. So what was this movie going to be? Is it going to be for us? Let's just get into it. Let's go. What do you guys say? Yes. Yes. I wish I could hear you guys respond. So instead of hearing static. So let's get into it. Let's watch this. Okay. And this comes to us from Hollywood Reporter. And they shared.
Hi. Are you here by yourself?
I am. What about you?
I am.
It's funny how the most beautiful places make you feel the most alone, you know?
Maybe it just depends on the person you're with.
Remain on interstate for 249 miles. David? David?
Sorry, are we talking to each other now?
Do you want to go on a big, bold, beautiful journey?
Here we go.
Yes?
Do you remember?
David?
Happy together, don't you?
Pick up Sarah.
I do.
A little bit of her or what?
My
Or is
car
this
won't start.
imaginary?
Mine told me to pick you up.
Your accent. Is it real?
You think I'd fake an accent?
The most beautiful places make you feel the most alone.
That's a pretty good me, actually. I'm flattered.
I don't wanna go.
In
Beautiful.
1.5 miles, take the exit.
What is that? What do you think's behind there?
Dead bodies.
Maybe we should go through it.
Everywhere I go leads me back to you.
Oh, wow.
Vibes.
Are you going to tell me what's going on?
I don't know, but I think I've been here before.
This is unbelievable.
I think that's the entrance to my high school. Wait.
What?
You know, high school.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Said forever.
Relive the moments of your life.
You're late. Come on. How old am I? 15. I'm 15.
Cool. How old am I?
I don't know, 40?
I'm going to kill you.
I tell her I love her. She says I don't love you. Oh, feels exactly like it felt that night.
Wow, this is really cool.
This
Giving
one's
me
for me. Mom,
oh, what's that one with Arnold? Or,
I miss you.
Robin Williams.
This isn't real.
Well, it feels real to me.
So what is it that you want, David?
I want to go back to when I thought everything would work out for me.
Nice to
Wow.
share this with someone.
This
However
could be
this plays out, it ends
big.
in me hurting you.
And what if I hurt you?
You are capable of being happy. You just have to choose it.
No matter who you are in your life, we just need someone to share it with.
Everywhere I go leads me back to you.
wow.
You know how to fix totaled cars?
I do not.
How about burning cars?
No.
That might be hard to fix.
That's very dramatic.
It's a bit over the top.
All right, so this bad boy comes out September. Did that hit you like it hit me, you guys? Are we gonna be okay? That was strangely beautiful, and trying to not cry because I think, you know, we always have these expectations of what our life could be or will be when we're younger, when we're in high school. And then we get to those points and we realize it's not at all what we thought it would be. And I think this movie is a beautiful way to show us that sometimes you just need to appreciate where you are in the moment, regardless of the expectations that you had on yourself when you were younger of who you were going to be when you grow up and what you were going to do. And you were going to do all these things. I mean, getting older is depressing and beautiful and sad and happy and anxiety inducing and scary and wonderful. It's all these things wrapped into one. And this movie is really showing us like not everything is a linear path. Not everything will happen the way that you think it's going to happen. But in order for you to go along the journey, I think sometimes you need to appreciate just the journey that you're going on. The big, bold, beautiful journey. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So this gives me Big Fish vibes with the Fantastical. This gives me What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams. If you haven't seen this, from 1998, that's more of the afterlife, or like the middle between life and afterlife, and really beautiful imagery. Incredible film. If you haven't seen that movie, whew, I don't even know the director, Vincent Ward. I think he just right place, right time hit with that movie because he didn't do much after. So yes, that is the movie, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. I, for one, it hit me. Like you heard my little spiel. We don't know where we're gonna go, and we don't know how we're gonna get there. And so I think instead of wondering, appreciating the journey that you're on and being in the moment, that's what matters the most. And so that's what I'm getting from the trailer. Margot Robbie is so hot right now, and I mean that everybody wants to work with her. And obviously she is a beautiful person, but everybody wants to work with her, and she chose Kogonada, and Colin Farrell has worked with Kogonada a lot recently. And so I think, or not a lot, but he has worked with him in the past. And so I think they were attracted to this movie because it's different, because the imagery is beautiful, because Kogonada, the way he films and his vision is unique. And I am very excited. I'm very excited. So that is the movie, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. I hope you guys check it out. Let me know what you think. Did it hit you like it hit me? Does it look like whatever? Does it look like it could be a potential awards darling? We live in a very different time, and awards darlings are random now. I did not think Anora was an Oscar-winning film. I thought it was a good film, but it won all the awards. And so this looks like a really fun ride, and I cannot wait to go on it. So let me know what you guys think. You know, I'm looking on X right now, and there's not a lot. I wanted to jump on here and do a trailer watch for Wicket for Good. Unfortunately, that bad boy comes out at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so I will not be able to. Maybe I'll jump on and look at it tonight if I have time, but that was the original goal. But yeah, so we talked about some stuff. Like I said, you know, I jumped on because I want to be here with you guys. This stuff excites me. I cannot wait for Superman and Fantastic Four. What a summer. We're going to have Jurassic Park, upon many, many others, starting with, Thunderbolt and Lilo and all the stuff. Summer is the best for movies. So be along with me for the ride. Tell me about movies that you have seen, even if they're not big blockbusters. There's great movies coming out, and I want you to talk about them with me because we don't know what we don't know. And this is a community, and I want to know what you guys are seeing too. So drop a comment below, like, subscribe, be here for our big, bold, beautiful journey. And let's have some fun, and let's have some fun talks. So that is it for today. That is Wednesday's show. And I hope to see you guys next time. You guys have a great rest of your week. And I'm going to try and drop in on Friday and say hi again. We'll see you guys later. Take care.